ladies and gents, it's your girl Linnee and welcome to InnerBeautyOut. And today I think we're gonna go ahead and call this what you probably saw in the title, but it is really just a peek into my professional makeup artist kit. And I'm as casual as can be. It is Sunday afternoon and I have some of my wine with me to help me get through this because it may be a little lengthy because we're gonna go in depth just a bit, only because this is my more condensed kit, but I thought I'd share with you all that I have within the condensed kit and see how I organize it. And I'm hoping there's some things, because this is a new kit for me, I'm still working out ways in terms of how I want to officially keep it, but for the most part this is how it'll be for now. And so I just wanted to share that with you guys. I am literally on the floor on a rug. I have bunches of pillows that I usually have on my bed, but it's usually when I'm on my bed I kind of throw them on the floor. So that's what you see behind me, and then the light's reflective in the mirror. But if you want to see how I pack my pro kit or what's in my pro kit, then stay tuned. Alright, so this is what my Zuka backpack looks like. It is a Zuka artist backpack, to be quite exact. And basically it has 3 compartments on the outside. Essentially this compartment, this one, and then there's a zipper one on that side, and then the meat and potatoes are all in the center part of the backpack. When you flip this around is where you have literally the straps that go over you. There's some padding, as you can see here, as well. This is essentially how you would carry your bag. There is a strap here, and I'm assuming if you're carrying this over a suitcase, you can strap it in from the top, and there's straps at the bottom too. And if you want to just kind of strap it around your waist, you could do that as well, but it's not necessary. But I think that's a better way, or a great way, to strap it and make sure it won't fall off of your suitcase if you are traveling, like at an airport or whatever. But I believe you can put your headphones in here and have it come out this way and store your phone in your backpack as well, and not have to carry it in your hands if you so choose. But that, or I don't know if anyone uses iPods anymore, but that's what that is for. It's for the headphones to peek through. As far as how it looks, as you can see, it says Zuka right on there, and this is like a hard plastic, so it's easy to get. This is the padding as well, up close, so you can kind of see what that looks like. And then, alright, so there's a mesh pocket where you can stick some things in here if you so choose, but this is another compartment to the bag. So there is a handle on it, and it's rubber, which makes it easier to carry. So I am going to put this down so that we can jump right into what's inside the bag. As you can see, the backpack does not look all that big, but it does hold quite a bit of stuff. So, alright, in the first compartment, I'm going to zoom in just a tad bit. What I keep in here for the time being right now is some hand sanitizer, and this is by Bath & Body Works. My business card holder, and it's basically just houses my business cards in here, you know, things like that. And then there is a mesh that houses beauty blenders in there as well. In here is my tool bag. So in my tool bag, I essentially carry the following. A sharpener is in here, spatula, lash glue by a brand called Callus, some scissors, 2 MAC lash applicators. I love these. One is a little bit more new than the other, but they are not sharp, and I love that because it makes it more quicker to put on and apply lashes. I have a trimmer, and I also have a lash heater, or a lash curler, a heating lash curler. A second spatula, this one's by Makeup Forever, and then a razor for brows, a lash curler by MAC. It's one of the shorter ones, which I love because these, you can like curl the lashes per section, which I really love. So I get into them. Profusion tweezers. These, I don't remember where I got these. I think they came with some lashes or something of that sort, and they're really just sharp and very detailed. So when I'm doing anything as far as individual work, individual lashes, these work great. These are some backup lash applicators to squeeze them, and then a second pair of tweezers if I need to grab some facial hair. Also in here is a cream palette by Shawn Richards, and this is her 4K cream longwear. I actually took the label from the packaging and put it on this because I actually broke the original packaging, but it literally came in a container that looks like this. So when we go into like the skin part, I will talk a little more about this, but I'll add this into that skin part. I just ended up putting it here for now. Now let's go to the other side. This side zips all the way down, and what it houses currently is a mirror, a double-sided mirror. I got this from a brand called Cosmetics, and just for my clients to see themselves. I have my lights, one of my lights. This is the Lol Tota light. This is a very powerful light, and it gives off a beautiful yellow light that to me is very flattering on the skin. I counteract it with a ring light, which is white, and so it gives me an idea depending on where, like certain receptions might be warm light, and then like if you're outside, obviously the client would be in white daylight. So I get an idea how to adjust the makeup based off of both of these lightings. So that's why I love this. And the great part about this particular bag is that there is this section for heated appliances. Now, I don't particularly do hair. I'm a makeup artist. This could work for a makeup artist, but what's great about it is that I can stick my light in here because oftentimes this is so hot. As you can see, this is like, it looks sometimes burnt, but it is so light. It's so sensitive. I feel comfortable housing this in here and knowing that if I'm in a rush and I don't have time to like let it cool off and I gotta get out of where I'm going to go to either the next location or just to get out of the way, I can just pop it in here with no issue. And I love that it just fits in here and no one knows, and I can carry it, which is even better. This is going to be a lot to take in, just so you know. Alright. She is packed, like crammed packed. Okay, so what's cool about this bag is when you open up the bag, you have all these amazing products, which is really cool. But there is this strap, and this strap attaches to the back of the bag and helps keep the door open, this flap open. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So maybe this might help you to see it. I don't know if you can see this little clasp. This is literally what I do. It's so simple. And I can make this as tight as I want to by feeding the strap through. Pull it this way and then pull it down that way. But that's what holds the door open. This is what the door looks like, and the door basically houses some hair clips and some bigger clips. I don't do hair, but again, I use clips to pin back people's hair when I'm working on them, and this is what this strap is made for. Or you can do whatever you want with it, I guess. Alright, so in this first compartment right here, it's just so well created, but I have a backup charger. For me, I have some extra business cards in there as well. These are old clients. I could never commit to like a logo, so to speak. So what I've done is every so often when I need to update my business cards, I just go in and I go onto this website called Moo. I'll leave the link below. I actually have a code which will save you money, and these photos are like everything. They basically are glossy, they are rounded edges, and I have my information on the back. And I love how sleek, and people get to see a little bit of your work. So you get to choose like 4 or 5 photos, and then they send you that in your batch, and you can just switch them out when you're ready. But basically, I love this idea. Again, it's Moo. I'll leave my code below. I think you save like 20%. I think it's 20% on your first order, or something of that effect, or $20 on your first order, something like that. If you want to purchase anything from Zanzi Beauty, I do have a discount code, and you can save some coins. Their colors are really pretty and pigmented. They dry matte, and they're very long lasting. So this is not going anywhere. Okay. So, oh, just so you can see, there's nothing on my fingers. So that's the Zanzi Beauty and Femme Fatale. The reason I really like this lip mix is because you can literally change up any color, anything that you want. I usually use this to brighten up this orange, like in the center, just to make it like an ombre kind of a look. So that's what this is by MAC. I have some samples, so I do have like this Makeup Forever lip color. This is Smashbox's Misconduct. It's beautiful. It is a beautiful deep red, like a wineish kind of color without the purple. It's more on the orangey red tone side. Really pretty. This is more of a gloss. This is by Morphe again. It's called After Party, but it's very like, it has like a sheer tint to it. It's sheer but has a tint to it is what I meant to say. Another Makeup Forever sample. And then I have a NARS one. And then Winky Lux. I love Winky Lux. I love the packaging for it. This is the shade Bougie. I really like this because it is that true wine color. Similar to this color. Just it has a little bit more plum in it, a little more purple. This is actually what it looks like. Ooh, excuse me. This is actually what it looks like on. I just want to just show you. It has like some iridescent specks to it, but it's really pretty, really pigmented, and very creamy. I do have a discount code for them as well, so if you're interested in purchasing them, save some coins and use my code that is in the description box below. I do have a couple more that I want to show you guys with Winky Lux, so stay tuned for that. Alright, so when you go to the bottom of my lashes, and so I am in the process of actually restocking, so I don't have all of my go-to lashes, but I'm going to show you the ones I have right now. Alright, these are 615s by Salon Perfect. They are very nice because they are clustered, but they give you that, when you layer them with another lash, it really gives you that definition in between that's like more dramatic. I love this one too. This is a go-to Demi Wispies, but they're not by Ardell. They're by a brand called Cherish Looks, and they are on Amazon, I believe. These are my 614s. My 614s are a go-to. I love mixing, like layering lashes together to get the look that I'm, essentially going for, to complement whatever eye makeup look I'm going for. So if it's super soft, then I'll just like stick with the Demi Wispy, but if it's like a little more dramatic, then I might layer a 614 and a 615. Ooh, excuse me. I might layer these two, or I might layer these two. It really just depends. Or I might layer you know what I mean? It's just so many different combinations. And then I do have some backup as far as some wispy lashes. They are not my go-to, but these are great in a pinch. You can layer these. I think they are best used layered and not necessarily on their own, unless you're going for that really natural look where they're like barely there. But you can find these on I think Shop Miss A, if I'm not mistaken, but I didn't get that from there. I forgot where I got it from, but it was a while back. And those are just backups essentially. I pretty much use Salon Perfect, Ardell's, and Cherry Looks as far as lashes. I'm the type of person that works based off of the compartment that I'm in. So once I'm done using whatever I'm using, I know what compartment everything goes back in. And if everything has a home, which is really, really important to me, I know what's missing and or what I'm running low on, and I can restock that way. So I feel that that's what I'm trying to work on as far as like whether I want to keep these permanently over here or use this for something else. But let's move on to the inside of the bag and get into the meat and potatoes of it all. The actual bag holds about six bags, and it could probably hold a little bit more. There is room to stuff this a little bit more. However, I haven't, and so this is what it looks like right now. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6 6 bags, like I mentioned, that this is holding currently. And let's go through those right now. This is what my brow and base bag. Wow, that's a lot of B's, right? But anyway, I love this bag, and it's I say this in particular because I could have housed them in something like this, and added probably 2 more of these smaller ones, or maybe 1 larger or medium-sized bag. However, I find that I love the way that I can actually see what's in here regardless of how I look at it. I know what's in here, I know what's not. And so I know what's missing, I know what's running low. So this is how I carry it currently. So let's get into what's inside. So now currently what I have as far as my brow gels are these MAC brow defining gels. These are waterproof brow setting gels, basically is what it really is. Again, this is called Emphatically Blonde. The middle one is called Red Chestnut, and then this one is called Show Off, which is, it has more of like this bronzy kind of like iridescent effect, which is cool if you want to add definition to your brows and you don't want it to be like one flat shade. I did start to swatch them, so this is what that Show Off color looks like. This is the emphatically this is the Red Chestnut shade if you want to lighten it. For people who have red hair, I use that a lot. And then this is my blonde shade for those who are blonde. So that's what these brow gels are for. I also carry a clear brow gel by Benefit. This is the 24-hour brow setter. I really love using this because I feel like they keep brows like literally in check. I love that. As far as brow pomades, I carry 3 of them. 2 of them are Anastasia Beverly Hills, one being Auburn and the other one being Ebony. Auburn looks like that kind of a shade, just so that you can see. The Ebony looks like that. And then I carry a MAC Deep Dark Brunette, which is my go-to. I love this. It's universal and works across everybody. And sometimes I want to mix both of them. I'll mix this with the Auburn sometime to just create definition. Or with, after doing this, I might go over it with a brow gel just to lighten it or to, you know, add some definition. I have the infamous Inglot 77 liner. If you are an artist, you absolutely need this. This is life. So before I go into the bases, I do have like a number 3, which is almost like a grayish brown. It's like a more of that grayish tone brow color. I also carry an Ardell brow kit, and this one I actually picked it up because I was doing my first bridal party that was nothing but Caucasian, so fairer skinned women, and I wasn't sure like how to go in with their brows, and I picked this up and this really saved me in a pinch, mixed with some other things that I had, but this was like years ago, and I still have them. They work really well, like as far as like the blonde, the ash, you know, the ash color, and then what I did was even mix them together, so if I'm in a pinch, as you can see, I can really put some stuff together and make it work. I got that from CVS. Then I have some Urban Decay primers. It's in Caffeine and Fix. This is Fix. I have a Laura Mercier eye primer, and this is in the shade Wheat. It has like more of that pinky undertone, but it's not completely pink, which I really like. It's more of that neutral nude eye color. This is a cake liner by Fran Wilson. If I want to deepen anything further than ebony or add more definition to that, I can use that as well. I have my Rimmel London Scandalized mascara. I love this because it just has a lot of liquid. Really works well. A Duraline to refresh my my creams. I have a NYX matte liquid liner. I really love this. Some people say that it cracks on them. I don't find that, but I really love this. It's my go-to. I have a honey base from Anastasia Beverly Hills. To me, it reminds me a lot of like Painterly Paint Pot by MAC, and I'm going to show you why, because I also carry Soft Ochre. Here we go. I also carry Soft Ochre for my fair skin girls by MAC, and so you'll see the difference between the two. If you can see, yeah. I feel like this was a great complimentary shade because I ran out of Painterly Paint Pot, and I no longer get my discount from MAC because they've changed their requirements, and so Anastasia was the other alternative for me at the time, so it works perfectly. I also have one of these old school paints, which I've already pre-swatched. I don't know if you can see that, but that's that base at the top right there. Really, really pretty. It has a little bit of shimmer, but it looks really nice if you're going to do that soft, neutral, or champagne eye makeup look, and you need a good base. This will work. Again, this is why I absolutely love working with this particular bag, because I can quickly get what I need out, and I can see exactly what I have, what I need, what I'm missing. If I forgot to put something back, I'll know. I've run out of tape for my label maker, so officially this will be labeled brows and bases, but for now it's just the clear brow bag. Alright, now for some more fun stuff. I am going to pull out my glow bag. My glow bag is everything. I'm obsessed with this because I just created this once I got this bag. I didn't have a glow bag before, but I love her. So she has everything, body glow as well. Oop, we lost one. As well as face glow. And I do have an overflow in my powder bags, but this is like one, but this shade is called Bikini. And Bikini is your like rose gold shimmer. It's very light, which I love, but it's that perfect highlight. This shade is called Island, and I need to get that label maker very fast because my labels are falling at the bottom, falling off. And she is your traditional gold and like a copperish gold. I don't know if you can see the difference between the two. And I like both. And they work beautifully across both skin, like any skin complexion. Layered underneath product or like foundation, or right after you put foundation and you put this on, I think this would work beautifully. Next, I have all over body oil, get it right, and it's called Kawaii oil. I love this. I love this for, it smells really good, first of all, and second, it is a little goes a long way. I've had this for quite some time, and I still have a good amount left in it, and it really gives that skin that glowy look. So these are Oh My Glow setting sprays or prep skin sprays. I have it in the shades Eye Stand and Incredible. One is like more of a pinkier tone, and the other one is like gold. I like these because for body more than anything, they don't have any kind of like oil to them. I feel like they dry as soon as you like put them on. It's like almost like a dry oil, but it leaves like that sparkly effect after the fact. So I love that. I have two Denisomyrics in light powders. One is called Heaven Sent and the other one's called Heat. I add this in just because, but I don't spray this anymore on people because it gets everywhere, like everywhere, but it's really, really pretty, and a little goes a long way with these two. I recently created my own kind of like custom glow, if you will, and this is just me making it just for, you know, playing around with some of my products, because I've been wanting like a particular kind of finish to my skin for my brides, and I thought this would be pretty. So I made a pinkier one for my fairer skin, and then I made a like bronzier gold one for my deep skin. It's really nice to me. I'll show you really quickly. how it looks. And it's really pretty. And just gives you that nice iridescent kind of like feel without it being too oily. My pinkier one, she's really pretty too. And obviously that's in my like lighter areas, and if you can like, it's just really pretty. I don't know if you can see the beautiful like iridescent look or goldness in the skin. It looks really, really pretty, and it looks hydrated, and just in the decolletage will look really beautiful and subtle and nice in photos for sure. So those are my two custom glows. One I called pink, the other one just literally bronze. I have a euphoric strobing powder. It's called Strobe Light, and this is what she looks like. It's by Hourglass. It's really, really pretty too. And I love playing with lights with dimension. Oh, so when I do the glow, I like to put a little bit of some powder over it. So I'd probably use Gold Deposit if I really wanted to add a little bit more shimmer. I don't know if you can kind of see that, but if I wanted to do that, I could do that with this right here. And my last two highlighting glow situations here is by Hourglass again, and they are champagne and bronze. Super pretty. I'm trying to see where I could swatch that. Can you see the glow? Okay, so that's bronze. Super stunning. And then champagne is not too far behind, and she's a little bit frostier, but I like them on top of each other, believe it or not. Really pretty. And I think I gotta get the pink one for sure, because this is just too stunning for me, for my life. So that's what these are in my kit, and this is my glow bag. Alright, next up is concealer. I'm sure you guys have all seen concealer. Again, I just moved this in here. They actually used to be on the pocket of my bag, but I decided to change it up and just leave them in here because I can gravitate and grab everything I need. ColourPop. They work really, really nice as highlighters, as well as eyeshadow bases. Some Maybelline Fit Me as well. Makeup Forever full cover in the shades 12, 7, 5, and 18, and I can literally mix this is all that I need across the spectrum. If I need to lighten something, I can go with that. If I need to cover something, I can go with any of these shades and literally be okay. I can just mix and match. Some Pro Longwear by MAC in the shades NC50, NC42, and NC20. And so those are what that looks like. I have 3 NARS in the shade Cacao, Ginger, and Amande. And so those are the shades for those. I typically tend to try to mix the shades because honestly you don't need every shade, and when it comes to concealer you can mix them. These are Dennis Mark's other Vision Cream cover pens. One is like a yellow corrector and the other one is a little pale, but they are super great for brightening underneath the eyes. Anyway, they're really great for like brightening underneath the eyes. If you can see how bright that was, that's really fair. And then this one's a little bit more, and they pump, like the formula pumps, which I love, and I just love how skinny they are. Okay, so that's what these are. I have a Bright Future Sephora in the shade Peau de Creme. I really like this. They remind me of the NARS which I'm about to pull out again, creamy concealers. I really think they mimic each other quite a bit as far as formula. And the shade is not off at all, if you can see. So I have the NARS one in the shade Cafe Dark 1, and this is the Powder Cream, and they're literally almost the same. As you can see, the NARS and the Sephora are pretty close in terms of the shade. These are the two that literally not that bad. Price difference is significant. This is the Bobbi Brown Walnut for a touch-up stick, and this is what it looks like. It's very kind of like red, so really just like to touch up anything as far as like the face, but if someone is in that shade range. And this is what that shade looks like, not the orange one, this one right here. So that's what that shade looks like. I also have a Makeup Revolution in the shade C14. It's a very neutral shade, and that's what that swatch looks like right here. If you were interested in seeing that, it's very like gray undertone-ish, so great for contouring for certain people, and it's pretty cool. I like it. I also have a number 7.0 creamy concealer by it's a Cachet Creams, I don't know, concealer by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and these things stay put. They do not budge, and you really need to get like a good remover to get them off your brush, but that just speaks to the longevity and the staying power of these concealers. I feel like these are kind of how do you call it, they're underhyped, if that makes sense, or so like a hidden gem in a sense. They're really nice. And that was my concealer bag. It fits quite a bit. I did forget to mention that I did carry Age Rewind too, except I took out the fuzz top at the top and just use it that way. This is in the shade tan, and I do have another couple shades that are in my stock drawer, so I just wanted to let you know. So this is what the concealer bag essentially looks like. It holds a lot. I probably might end up doing this and put like a little divider. I have something that could divide this, and just essentially put all the lighter shades on one side and deeper shades on the other side, but I mean, or rubber band the shades, but I don't mind going through this because I know exactly what I have of everything in this bag. It's not that big.